Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your February reading. I know that we are in the middle of February and I appreciate your patience. I'm having a lot of procedures done right now, and a lot of things just to I'm just getting fixed. Like getting parts of my body fixed. And in the process of getting parts of my body fixed, we're also finding other things that need to be fixed with my body. So there's a lot going on right now. Like there's a lot going on, and I know I'm not the only person that has a lot going on right now. I think that there are um, a lot of things to grieve these days. I think there's a lot to grieve these days, and so really taking care of yourself is a huge theme. Chiron is conjunct the North Node, will be exact conjunct in a week, actually, next Monday. We have Mars conjunct Pluto. We have Venus conjunct Pluto this week. And then the last week of February, we have the Virgo full moon. There's a lot going on. So what are you doing for yourself is what I want to know. Like, I want to know what the Geminis are doing for themselves. And if you are giving yourself like opportunities to rest, or if you're just kind of distracting yourself outside of stuff. Oh, look at that. This is why I'm asking that question. Interesting. Okay. Um, for some of you, this feels very much like you need to see some stuff, like maybe an argument in a different perspective. I know that it is easier to blow up right now. Like, I know it's easier to throw tantrums right now, and it might even feel better to throw tantrums right now. But February is a lot about learning emotional maturity. And so we have coming right out the gate, there you are, Gemini, Knight of Swords. And that Knight of Swords is running away from the Tower. And then we have the Hanged Man. See what I mean? Then we have the Two of Cups. And then we have the King of Wands and the Eight of Swords. If you don't know what to do about somebody you care about who is a fire sign, or just someone who is just pretty spicy, if you're unsure of what to do about this person, I feel like I want you to just pause and reflect. Because I feel like, I don't know if it's you or if it was somebody else, I feel like someone had words with someone else. I feel like there was an argument here. And I feel like maybe some things might have been said that really caused a chain reaction. That's what this Tower can be sometimes. There can be like a chain reaction with the Tower. And so sometimes we need to reflect on the things that we've said, right? And I sort of almost want to say, because we have the Hanged Man sitting right above that Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is a self-imposed imprisonment of the mind, right? We can get out of this Eight of Swords real easily if we wanted to, if we didn't want to suffer through it. And that's where that perspective change comes in. Some things are really difficult. Like some things that happen in life are so incredibly difficult that it's hard for us to wrap our minds around it. But I feel like in this case, some of you might have, like, let's be honest, you guys say things, and I mean, Virgos do the same thing. We're ruled by Mercury. we say things that a lot of the times we do regret saying, right? After the fact. And I feel like this is that moment. So let's clarify. Let's get some answers here and see what's going on. This Knight of Swords. Maybe it was the fire sign that said something that they're now sort of regretting. But here's the thing, is like, it's almost like when things are said out of anger or fear, when things are said out of anger or fear, sometimes there's a truth to it, right? So, okay. Oh, wow. Look at this. All right. I feel like what this is saying is that even if this is a painful moment for you, it's exactly what was meant to, like, whatever it was that you said or whatever it was that the other person said that literally caused this heartbreak and a complete uprooting and change in your existence. It's like this was a part of the journey. This was a part of the plan. The Six of Wands and the star on that Knight of Swords. You know, when people say that things are blessings in disguise, that's what I feel like this argument was. I feel like this argument was a blessing in disguise. I feel like there was something that was brought to your attention that you might not have been paying attention to before, and you kind of got a perspective shift. And now you have to pay attention to this. You have to see it for what it is. And I feel like there's a lot of emotions that are coming out of whatever's going on here. And I think that in order for you to get this tower back, put this, it's a new foundation has to be built, right? So the Three of Swords on the tower, there was definitely something that was said or done that sort of uprooted existence for you. And really, a lot of it could be that you're feeling you're healing, is what there's a lot of this Three of Swords is coming up so that it can be healed. The Four of Cups on the page, I'm sorry, the Four of Cups on the Hanged Man. So you're not going to see that gift coming straight out of the sky if you're not paying attention. Hello. It's like I want to do this. Hello, hello. I want you to pay attention. So the Hanged Man is there to see things from a different perspective. And I think instead of paying attention to what I don't want you to grieve so hard that you miss out on a really great opportunity, the blessing in disguise. We have the King of Cups on the Two of Cups. It's a very emotional month. For some of you, you're actually going through a breakup. And for some of you, you're just getting some really bad news. Or you're just this is just a really rough time, Queen of Swords with the King of Wands. I feel like you have people here that you actually can trust, and it's just time. Like, part of this is getting out of your own way. Part of this is you getting out of your own way and recognizing that you can trust and you can be vulnerable and you can open up to some people. So maybe not everybody. You're not gonna be able to open up to everybody. That's not the way this works, right? Like, not everybody is a safe space, right? But this feels like because that Six of Wands, like this makes me have hope, right? There's a course of action that's being taken here. And I feel like it's leading you in the direction that you're meant to be going in. You just have to believe it. Five of Swords on the Eight of Swords. That Five of Swords is you second guessing yourself. And the reason why you're second guessing yourself is because you're sitting in your own prison. That Five of Swords also, I feel like you've been betrayed, like something has been taken from you. And maybe something has been taken from you. I can understand that betrayal. I can understand that kind of sadness. And there are absolute times to grieve through that. So the Ace of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Magician at the bottom of the deck here. I feel like there's some kind of information, and I feel like this information is going to create an upheaval. But I also feel like whatever kind of information is coming your way, Gemini, in this last part of February, whatever kind of information that's coming your way is coming your way because it's necessary, it's needed, it needed to happen, you needed to know. Even if it wasn't, even if it's not fun, even if it kind of puts you into a spiral, even if you don't know what to do with yourself, it was, it's part of the journey, and it's part of the path, and it's part of the learning. It's frustrating to say that to people because they get angry when I say things like that. And I understand that anger, but it's coming from someone who is dealing with a chronic cancer every day and transmuting it every single day. And there's nothing I can do about it except for just that, transmuting a chronic cancer every single day. And I can complain about it, and I can whine about it, and I can feel sad about it, and I can do all of the things that make me feel better righteously and justice, right? All I want. But is that making the cancer go away? Is that making my life easier? Does that make me feel better? No. So I grieve and I deal with it. And I allow myself to wallow in my own self pity when I need to. And then I get up and I keep going. And I take another step and I keep going. And I take another step and I keep going. And that's how you heal from things, right? I feel like we're going to be talking about grief a lot this year. I feel like we're going to be talking about transformation and grief a lot. I'll be talking about traumas in the body in Patreon. I'll be working, there's this huge like somatic exercises and yoga stuff. And really, it's not a new concept to completely inhabit your body and feel good in your body. And so we'll be doing that on Patreon in the next couple of months as my body continues to heal after surgery. We'll be doing that as well together. So that's going to be really fun. And I have a new relationship guidance offering on my website. Just simple, like I'm not going to, no bells and whistles. Like if you really want to get to the bottom of relationship stuff for yourself and look at your blueprint with astrology and, talk things out and just kind of get there. I've been through it. I have been through every single relationship imaginable on this planet you can have. And have become very vulnerable enough to be in a pretty damn good relationship at this point. Took a lot though. It took a lot from me of surrendering. So I'm offering my guidance for that at an introductory rate. So check that out as well. I'm headed to New York sometime this year. so that we can see about getting this cancer healed and getting in some clinical trials and stuff like that. So, um, all of the information, if you want to help me get through all of that, is in the description box below. And all of it is really appreciated. I'm doing these really incredible diamond paintings. Um, it helps me mentally get through stuff. So I'll be actually selling them and raffling them off as well. I get emotional very easily this year, or at this time, I think this Chiron conjunct North Node is really like heavy, 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 heavy emotional healing stuff right now. So this feels a lot like that kind of thing, the blessings in disguise. And, it's we can sit around all day and talk about how difficult it is and how unfair life experiences are, or we can be real about it, about how hard life experiences are, and then we can just get over ourselves and move forward too. Um, After a good amount of grief, of course. So I love you guys, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how everything blossoms for you guys this year. So take good care of yourselves. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.